And this isn't gonna be anything too serious. It's just I guess a little couple of tips and tricks you could do when starting a new playthrough if you're doing it on survival mode, which a lot of people think have to put off because it's somewhat a little bit tedious. Now, I've noticed that when I played this the first time through in survival mode, I did it wrong. I was going through it dead fast, I wasn't taking my time, and that's why it turned out to be, it's not as enjoyable as it this time it has been. So, I'm just going to check something, if this is working now. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Ammunition workbench. I didn't know there was one of them. Modern Fireman's Prototype Vending Machine, I've got that. I'm just trying to look for something a mod I installed, but it just didn't seem to be here, which is annoying me. Okay, I guess not. So basically, the way I want to talk about this is what I've started the survival playthrough and how I've started it and how far I've got in 2 hours of gameplay. 2 hours of gameplay, I've basically done nothing. I cleared out the mini-min section down and helped them come up here. I cleaned for my own. I've done one of the quests for Garvey, and that's it. That's all I've done, because mainly I've been figuring out what kind of class I want to set up and what I think is the best setup for survival, and mainly the reason I believe it's the best setup, I would say. Also, I'm going to talk about one mod. There's two, but one of them's not working now. I don't know why, but there's two mods that I recommend with this as well. So first off, the thing I want to talk about first is the like where you want to put your perks into. Now, when you start off in survival mode, there's a few things you need to know, which is one is your infantry is a lot smaller than it used to be. It's approximately 110, I believe, and it's usually about 170, 180, so it's a lot smaller straight off the bat. Now mine is 195 at the moment because I have a few pings in the strength, and also I have something done to my armor. So let's look at my pick chart. This is what I've done with my pick chart. Now, as you can see, I have not got many things down here further. I've got one, and that's 1 and 2 strength armored, and there's a good reason for that in a minute I will talk about. But the rest of my stuff is still up here, just building my base up here. Now, I've really not went too fully into one tree, and the reason is because if you do that, you're going to regret it. You're going to figure out that, you know, I tried the luck agility perception build, it just didn't work. I didn't have the intelligence, I wasn't getting enough XP. If you do the luck build, you can get this, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't work as well as having a decent kind of all-round build, which I would highly fucking recommend. Mainly because there's a few things you're going to want in survival mode that you don't really think about it in normal mode. Mainly being this one here. Take less radiation from eating and drinking. It doesn't seem like a big thing. It does help in the long run. I would recommend it, which I will be getting soon. I think that's the next perk I'm probably going to get. Either that or Armor Smith 2. But nobody really does armor. That's one thing I've noticed. Nobody really does armor, and I recommend this to the fullest. Mainly for one reason. Now, in one of the houses around here, I believe it is this house, you can get army fatigues out of a chest. Now, armor fatigues are crap, but if you do have armor 51 and you have the right ingredients, which aren't hard to get, by the way, I believe I can't do it here because this is an armor swift 2 and not an armor swift 1. I'll need to run down and let me just quickly do something. I need to grab something quickly. I have a ton of adhesive in here, so you know, adhesive. Where is it? Adhesive. There we go. Let's get. Don't ask me how I built all this up. I just did. Right. I need some of this. Mainly because I'm going to be showing you the other mod. So, fuck off Sturgis. So basically, I'm going to show you what you need. So basically, up here, what I've done is I've put some food down so I can collect food whenever I need it. It also puts a food into the one of the crafting benches. So if you have a lack of water and you need them, I would build 2 of these down here. I would recommend this to the fullest. Putting 2 of these down here. Now, survival mode is not for the weak. It's not a thing you need to speed through. If you're going to come to survival mode, I would say come to it as slow. Take slow and steady wins the race. Don't speed up. Don't be rushing things because there's no fast travel, remember, which is something I don't like, but I kind of have to deal with. Let's get down here. So, if we come here, I'm looking at armor fatigues. You can get a thing called basic weave. Now, this armor fatigue starts off with like 5 or 10 armor. If you get Armor Smith 1, you can get, if you have Ballistic Fiber, which is difficult to get, but it's not the most hard. It wouldn't take too long to get this stuff if you just look for it. Fiberglass as well, and adhesive. You can make Ballistic Wave Mark 2. Now, that is amazing. 45 armor this early on in the game, with 1 strength and 1 agility, with a lightweight of 3, is an excellent thing. Also, I have the mod where it gives me, I can put stuff on top of other stuff. As I was saying, basically, now, you want to know what this pocket is, and everyone knows what pocket is. Pocket is basically, it gives you 10, I think it's 10, or maybe 5, I believe it's 10 onto your carry capacity. Now, I'm going to get Armor Smith 2 so I can go straight to deep pocketing, mainly because it will give, I think it gives 20 onto carrying capacity, and it's something you really do need in this mode. Collecting stuff is just something I really need, so I'm going to be doing that. Probably it does add a bit of, I believe it adds value up by a couple of bits, but it's really handy. The deep pocketing thing is something I recommend that people go into. If you're going to go, you need to have some strength in this when you're doing survival. I would recommend going straight to armored and getting that, mainly because it gives you quite a lot of armor. I have a mod that it's called extra external armors, which adds, so it means I can add, you know, technically I shouldn't be able to do this and this, but it's kind of stupid because army, I think you can actually do this and this, I'm not sure, but basically overall, I'm this early on in the game, I have 68 armor. Now, to put that in perspective, most of the time you don't have that 3/4 into the game, maybe level 20, but because I've played it in such a different way that I've got a lot of armor. It's really good, and it doesn't make you invincible, it makes you far from invincible, but it does help a lot when in survival mode, and you will, I do just do recommend it. Also, one of the mods I'm going to talk about is the portable mod. So, portable mod, it's portable. I've talked about this before. I believe I've talked about this before, but I'm not sure. I would say this portable sleeping pad is something you really want. It is so fucking handy. It's unreal, and I'm going to show you why it's handy. Let's just do it here. A dog. I don't care. So you go to, I believe it's in weapons. I'm not sure. It is, and then you go throw. It'll do a little cutscene, and here you have a sleeping bag. Okay, we should have a sleeping bag. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Okay, it just disappeared, which is GG to me. That might be around here somewhere. That's not it. That's a bed, not a sleeping bag. Okay, that's pretty weird. That doesn't. Okay, basically a sleeping bag appears and you can sleep in it and save. Now that shouldn't have happened. That's a very rare occasion. I've never seen that happen before. So yeah, it's a bit weird. But basically you can just save whenever you want, pick it back up and take it with you. You can also do it with a couple of things, such as, I will look at them in a second. The other stuff is syringe ammo. Never heard of that. Chair, don't really know why you need that. Cooking pot is pretty handy. And if you want to be really immersive, like lamps and sleeping bags, but you know, you don't need to take them if you don't want to. Yeah, that's one of the mods I recommend when you're doing survival mode. Also, another mod I'm talking about is backpack mod. It is not working at the moment. I don't know why it's not working. I can't build the bench for it. It doesn't show up for some reason, and doesn't just doesn't appear. I don't know why it doesn't appear, but it just doesn't. Also, when you're playing survival mode, I would recommend taking out a few weapons. Don't take all your weapons as you. I've got a few weapons stored, but I don't take them all out. I've got, you know, I'm gonna pick up probably my M16 for the next time I go out. Now, I'm still continuing the RP playthrough. I've not been in the mood to record it the past few days. I'm gonna be starting to record it probably tomorrow again. This is just a filler for Fallout 4. Now, I'm gonna continue this as well offline, but I feel like people want to see. Sorry, I'm yawning. People want to see the kind of what it's like. Like maybe I can play a bit more of this and wait till I hit a higher level. And if I come up with anything else tips wise, I could say I recommend doing this. One thing I do definitely recommend you do is do the settlement things for Preston. It
Seems
really
to be growing well.
will come in handy later on, because when you do them, they're not as hard quests. They're pretty easy, and you're going to level up pretty good. Never mind this machine. I need to be I believe I need to be level 2 anyway to craft the modern type ammo. You don't even need to craft it, you just pay for it.
No energy.
How much do you get for one go? Don't know. But I recommend taking your time with survival mode if you're going to play it. You know, it's not a rush, but yeah, if you like this video and you want to see some more, maybe builds, tips, or maybe come up with some stuff to help people play survival mode, I will recommend anything if you want me to do it. If you've got anything you want to, you know, tell me, which would be awesome. That's what I was going to take, because I want... Wait a minute, did I say hardened sniper rifle? Why the fuck did I have a hardened sniper rifle in there? Did I drop my hardened sniper rifle? I did! Fuck, I was wondering what it was. Yeah, but any tips on that, you know, give us a heads up, and anything you want to know, and anything that you want me to continue trying to look for tips and stuff, me to come up with stuff, I will try. But like I said, if you like this video, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you next time with some more random videos, and hopefully some more Fallout 4. Bye.